I was singing, wait. Yeah. And when you are, for instance, when we were here before, you know what? I mean, all the things ever printed in the tabloid, the only thing's ever been true is when they said I couldn't dance. When we were here the last time shooting the commercial, you were like in between shots, running off, conceiving the dance, choreographing the dance. You were up all night dancing.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. Bitcoin is over $17,000, and you can't say that we were not anticipating a move. I told you we were having these consolidations. You can see right here, we were putting in these sort of little mini bull flags, and I said as soon as we broke above this level, boom, we were going to have that move, and we did, in fact, have the move. Now, something I had been talking about, if you were watching the channel, was we did have these two downward sloping trends. You can see right here, we did in fact break, hold, right? We did the retest. That's how you know that you were able to take that long. As soon as we got up here, what did we do? We came back down, we retested again. And if I actually zoom in, let me show you something really interesting, why I always pay attention to these key levels. We did in fact get to my level of 12,238. And I said that was the first level that we were going to be looking at. And look at exactly what this chart did right here. And you can see, look, fake out came down, right? Fake out came down, fake out. But look at this, guys. On this 4-hour candle, it closed exactly on that level. And then this one, we finally got the close above it. And that's when you knew that the move was confirmed. Now, a lot of people were doubting me. And you know what it is? It's that herd mentality when everyone is bearish, everyone's negative. It's the same way when everyone's positive, everyone's thinking that we're going to go to 100K. Nobody wants to hear that the price can pull back. Same thing is happening right now where everyone is bearish and no one wants to believe that we're going to have a move to the upside. Now, of course, we are still in a downtrend, but nevertheless, I was anticipating that we were going to be looking for a bit of a move. And I think this move even could have a little bit more to go. We've talked about that. So in today's video, this is going to be very, very short. I don't care about the news today. Honestly, I'm tired of hearing about FTX and Genesis and all this craziness. I just want to talk about this price action because, as I said, we were going to be getting into the territory where we're going to have some opportunities to trade these charts. And if you guys want to learn how to trade, we called this move. We've been calling this move for a week now, and I'm going to let you know exactly what I think is going to happen. If you do want to learn how to trade, make sure that you check out my tutorial popping up above, and make sure that you use the link below so that you can also get, the link below is 18,000 in bonuses for BitGet, 30,000 over on Bybit, which, by the way, just throwing it out, you guys saw how crazy Bonk went, right? This crazy meme coin on Solana. Well, it fell like 50%, and you can actually short that if you guys want over on Bybit. Just saying, not trying to tell you what to do, long or short that, but man, the volatility on that one is crazy. But for today, we're just going to stick with Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people were laughing at me, telling me that I was full of hopium, telling me that this death cross on the DXY didn't mean anything. And guess what, guys? It fell even harder today. We called this death cross here 2 days ago, and look, it fell even harder today. The dollar is clearly breaking its trend. It's falling below the 200 daily moving average. And this is obviously showing us that minimally, at least in just the near short term, we are looking for a rally, especially in Bitcoin. Having a look at this Bitcoin chart I spoke about. So we obviously hit my first level. The first level's been hit. Now this is crazy. Will we get this high? I do not know. I'm not sure, guys, because what we have right here is this 21 exponential moving average, right? Very, very important. And you can see how it tends to hold us down in these bear trends, right? It acts as sort of a ceiling, and that level is sitting at around 19,100. And keep in mind that this is going to be coming down. Like, this is going to continue to come down, right? So at some point, Bitcoin is going to come up here, and we're going to end up hitting some of these lower moving averages, right? So this is the 300 moving average, which is sitting at around 18,446. That's going to be a little bit of resistance, but this 21 exponential, kind of guessing by the time that, we do pump up to that area, it'll be somewhere between 18,400 and, 19,000 even, let's say. So that's going to provide some resistance. Now, the biggest resistance that we need to pay attention to is this one right here. Boom. Boom. And of course, you could see, and here's the thing, even if we don't have a major rally for Bitcoin, if we do just continue to trade sideways like this, at some point we're going to run into that, right? And that's going to be some major resistance. So what you really want to see is you want to see something like this where we break through, right? We come down and retest it, and then we continue. But what I don't really want to see, honestly, is something where we're just going straight to the moon. I don't want that to happen, because basically if we go back here, what happened right here? We had this super quick rally, and then what did we do? We dwindled back down again, right? We didn't really build enough base. Like, for example, this chart, this is the Coinbase chart, but like we were doing back here, we were building this base for a long time. We were going sideways for a long time. I'm going to show you a little bit more in just a minute, but ultimately that's what we would be looking for, was to, retest that. So is that going to happen anytime soon? I don't know, guys, but what I am anticipating is minimally, we should at least have an attempt to rally back up to that level, maybe somewhere here, right? We have some around that, as I said, 21,000. And honestly, the ultimate level that I've had my eyes on for now we're full on back in bull is where we had this wick right here. I believe this was the Terra Luna crash. I don't even remember. It's been so much bad news at this point, but you can see this white line that I've drawn, and that was this area right there. And then as soon as we came down, we couldn't break above it. We tried for 2 weeks. We failed. So for me, if you want to know my ultimate, I think the bull run is back on up 100%, that would be getting above that level right there. And, this level right here is, kind of around that sort of $25,100 level, right? So that's that level that I am paying attention to. But you can see right here, we are in this, it's technically a bear pattern. It's a bearish pattern. It's a bear flag, right? But this is what I was saying. What are the odds, that we just fall a fifth time in a row? It's just too predictable. You know what I mean? It's so obvious to short this bear flag that I feel to take that contrarian approach, that we would be looking to do something completely different. And the other thing I wanted to point out was I told you that we were going to be, and this was the week I had said, we were looking for a move. And if I zoom in right here, we have this downtrend and we are breaking above it right now. Now, if this continues, you could see right here, the same way that we had back here in this day, once we broke out of that, we went on the massive rally. So it's not to say that we can't have some kind of a crazy rally into the summer of this year. We could rally all the way back to 30,000, 33,000. But the thing is again, as you can see right here, where we did it too quickly, we came back down again, right? That was the issue. But markets don't move in straight lines. And the fact that we've basically been going down nonstop since November, of last year, as I've been saying, I do think that we are due, at least minimally, for a little bit of a rally, maybe even, like I said, just to retest this area of this downward sloping trend. And, straight up from this point, that could take you to around $22,000. Obviously, what you need to be careful of is a fake out, right? We've had a few fake outs, right? This was little fake out wick here, fake out wick here. Look at this, guys. This one tricked a lot of people, right? We actually almost had that confirmation where you would have said, oh, this was confirmed. Just kidding. Boom. Right. And that was obviously because, that was that was FTX. That was FTX. So who knows? Had we not had the FTX debacle, maybe we would have came up to the top, right? If we go to the S&P, has hit this 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Right? Whereas if we go back to Bitcoin, I'm actually going to get to this chart in a minute, Bitcoin has only ever touched this trend twice. So really, I think Bitcoin has been suppressed because of all the bad news. I think we should have pumped a little harder. And, as long as we don't have anything go under, any crazy thing like that, then I do think that you will see the price go higher. The only thing that does worry me, though, is this S&P chart. And as you can see, that the S&P does continue to keep getting rejected here. The S&P is kind of rallying a little bit crazier than Bitcoin, right? Because there's not as much FUD. I am worried about if this S&P comes down to this level, if it does get rejected another time and then takes a deep dive, it's probably going to drag Bitcoin down pretty quick with it. That's the only thing that I would be worried about in the short term. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Uncomplication because we kept drawing these by hand, right? We were drawing them. I didn't realize that there was actually a logarithmic regression that you could just use as a free indicator on TradingView. So, shout out to the community. Thank you for pointing that out. But this is exactly what I'm talking about here, is you could see that Bitcoin, usually stays within this band, right? Obviously, when it's getting into the red, it's becoming oversold. The blue is sort of that neutral area, and the green is like fire sale buy, right? And if it falls below the green, that's just like, sell the house, sell the kids, sell the car, sell the dog. No, don't really do all that. Definitely don't go in debt over Bitcoin. But, as you guys can see right here, historically speaking, anytime we're down in this green area, it has been an amazing opportunity to buy. And you can see there even can be fake outs where you can fall below it. It doesn't mean anything, right? But, it doesn't always have to go down to the green. For example, right here, to the lower band, because right here in 2017, 2018, 2019, after that big, after the big 20K top, you could see that we did just kind of go sideways and we never got to that lower level. We did here, we touched it pretty much perfectly on COVID. You couldn't have called that any better. And then, really perfect top over here, which we'll have to make sure that we keep our eyes on this for the next cycle. And as you can see right here, we're only sitting at that second band. So, does that mean that we couldn't, for example, like we could have a rally up to this area, right around that 21K area, like I said, and then maybe we do fall down, to this lower level. But the thing is, right now it's sitting at around 12K. But obviously, as time continues, this band will, get higher. I'm just kind of drawing this. I don't really know where it's going to be. I'm just kind of trying to make up where it's going to go. So, it is a possibility, that Bitcoin could do something like this and then fall again, right? But at that point, it is touching the bottom of the band, but then it would only be reclaiming again around that $17,000 area. But ultimately, what you do want to see is you want to see that slow buildup like this, like we did back here, before we have that massive blast off. You don't want to just go straight to the moon right now because like we tried to do back here, we went up, we came down, right? Lots of money to be made in the process, but nevertheless, guys, I think that really what you want to see for 2023, and I know everybody wants to go to the moon, I want to go to the moon, we all want to go to the moon, but ultimately, what you want to see is a nice, slow accumulation of this area, right? You want to do something like where you just kind of go around in this band for a little bit. This is like an optimum right here. That's what I would love to see. Something like just kind of creeping up all through 2023, and then 2024 starts, and then we start the move again. And if you just kind of, and again, I'm just eyeballing this, take this, out here. So, we have the halving. Where is the halving? I don't have it drawn on here. Sometime, in this box, I know this is total mess. I should be using cleaner drawings, but if you just kind of, draw this out, something like this, you're looking at potentially still Bitcoin hitting anywhere between $150,000 to $170,000 by the next cycle, which was exactly what we had called for when we looked at the Fibonacci retracements, right? That's what we called for. I don't even remember the name of the video. It was like, oh my God, you have to check out this massive Bitcoin something. I don't remember. Maybe I'll link it above if I can remember the video. Probably going to forget to do that. But we pretty much called that 160 to 170 level. So, the way that I'm looking at things right now, guys, is as I've been saying, we are in this giant falling wedge. Falling wedges are inherently bullish. You might be saying, how is this bullish? We're down 75%. They are bullish patterns. And when they typically break out, they have very, very huge breakouts to the upside, right? In fact, you can even argue, if you actually took this as the giant pole, and you looked at the point, say we broke out, I don't want to break out this early, but if we did hypothetically break out at this point, that's giving us a target up at around 120K, although I don't think we're going to break out that soon. I think if anything, I think it would be a lot more, it would be something maybe like over here, that we would have that breakout, and then maybe we would only go up to about like 82,000. But as I said, we usually tend to be on our way to breaking the previous all-time high by the halving, which would make sense at around this area, right? But we're not at the crazy all-time highs yet. We're just starting to break the all-time high. And then by 2025, I think you're looking at that 160 to 170, $80,000 Bitcoin. And who knows, with regulation, maybe we have some of the big players coming in from the UAE. We might even see something like $250,000 Bitcoin. Who knows, right? But I wouldn't be expecting anything too crazy this year. I would say that for, this year, and this is just me being very realistic, I'm not trying to, make anyone go crazy, this level right here, this level, I would say from this level to here, somewhere between the range of 29,000 to 32,000, I think we could see Bitcoin by the end of this year, personally, just because, that's kind of where we had that massive bottom right here, of that, I guess you'd call it distribution, right? At the top, that Wyckoff distribution. So ultimately, that's it for me, guys. I just wanted to focus on the price today. I really don't care. I'm tired of the news today. It's just nothing but a bunch of negativity. Look, we're going to find out what's going to happen. We know that Genesis is having issues. We know that Barry Silbert Digital Currency Group is supposed to be paying back Gemini today. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We'll see. But for now, I just want to take it a day at a time. And like I said, I do think we could at least minimally see a nice little rally. And thus far, as kind of we predicted, I hate to say as predicted, but as we kind of predicted, we're starting to see that move happen today. So you can see right here, guys, we're still pushing up and we're looking at that next target that we had of around 17,005 and change. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, if you guys want to learn how to trade, you can make money in a bear market and in a bull market, either way. Obviously, it was a little bit boring. We were waiting for that confirmation, but we did have the uptrend and we did break out. So remember, guys, if you do want to learn how to trade, make sure that you check out the tutorial popping up right here, right now. I highly recommend it. Take some time to learn how to do this while you're in a bear market. I love you guys. You're awesome. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.